Can't hear you right now, Coach. Hold on.
Testing, testing, testing. What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Coach.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Technical difficulties are fixed. Good to go, man. How you guys? What's up, KT? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. How about yourself?
Man, good, man. Let me shout out everybody again, man. My damn mic was muted. You know what I mean? What would it be alive without a damn muted mic? I
I know,
watch
right?
I watch Jimmy Stein and Luke do this all the time, and I be laughing off the damn seat. I bet I won't laugh no more. I bet you that. Crimson Bass, what's up with you, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Tony Jr., what's going on, bro? Roll Tide, Anitra, what is going on? How you doing? And how you feeling? It's good to see you, girl.
My boy,
Katrina
my boy
says,
Zach in the house.
yeah, man. What's up, Katrina? How you doing? How you doing, Katrina? It's so good to see you in here for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? My daughter right there, little Mia, is in the house. Thank you. You could have came in the room and told me instead of texting me through the damn chat. You know what I mean? KC, what's up with you, man? How you doing, Coop? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what I mean? Kanafi, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Zach, what's up? A-Time, what's up, Zach? ATH, what's up, Zach? How you doing? Good to see you in here, man. For sure. IMAX 3D. Roll Tide to you, IMAX. How you doing? Crimson Bass is here. What's up, Crimson? Thank you, Crimson, for telling me that, man. I technical difficulty for sure. Bama fan 95, my broski right there from A-Day, man. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Bama fan 95, man. For sure. Hope everything going good with you, brother. Travelpreneur Sportscast ATH for show in the house, man. What's up, Travelpreneur? How you feeling, man? Hope everything going good with you, bro. Double L is in the house. Larry, what's up with you, brother? How you doing and how you feeling? Hope everything going good with you, man. Good to see you up in here, man. For sure. Coach Carl is in here, as we know, doing his thing. Listen, man, we wanted to tap in with you guys, man, and really, really talk about this offense really quick. And I want to ask you guys, do you think that this offense will statistically be better than last year? You know, I'm an offensive guy, man. I had a really, really good time today with Ty and Drew. You know what I mean? Another offensive guy. Uh, doing his thing out there in Oklahoma, high school ball. Really, really had a good time talking with those guys today. And anytime we can talk offense, you know it's a good time. I want to know that you guys believe that this offense will be better this year, or will it statistically be better? Was it better last year? I really, really, really want to know what you guys believe, and I want to know what you think, and I want to get your take on it. But before I do, I want to give you a quick stat on last year. Um, And let me know, guys, in the chat, if you will. Let me know if their music is too loud. Let me know if you guys, because when you have on headphones, sometimes it's really, really, really difficult to, to tell if it's too loud. Let me know if their music is too loud, man, so we can get that thing, right. What's up, Lisa? Roll Tide to you, Lisa. How you doing? How you feeling? Good to see you. Shout out to Lisa Fish, you right there, Lisa Rawls. Let me know if that music is too loud, guys. Give me a thumbs up if it's okay. Give me a okay, however you're feeling. And let me know how it sounds. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's just right, let me know. And sometimes these headphones will fool you a little bit. So how you feeling, Coach? Tell me how you doing, man. How the day treating you so far?
Man, day going good, man. Just got out of practice, so today is a good day. Had the kids come in, we did a little bit today, did a little walkthrough, did a little cardio, had a little fun on the field when they did a little exercise. We did a little 7-on-7, so they had a little fun. So the day good, man. Feel pretty good today. How about yourself?
Man, tired, bro. I've been going all day, man. I really have. I went out today and helped one of my coaches over here in Madison did sort of the same thing this morning. Helped them out and really had a good time with a lot of those kids. Had a good time. Got the chance to run around with them, man, and get sweaty and throw the cleats on for a little while to help them guys out on my day off, man. And I enjoyed it, bro, man. Shout out to Drew England. Really, really, really get a lot of respect for Drew. Drew had we talked a lot of offense today on Ty Hayes' channel, Around the Table Sports. Shout out to Ty Hayes, shout out to Jay Meir, shout out to Coach Jan 716, shout out to Coach Smook and the AAA family. Shout out to Jason and Hall of Fame Sports. Shout out to Brinsky Sharpshooter Podcast, and shout out to Coach Carl, man, on the block. You know what I mean? Sports Talks Podcast is cracking. Make sure you subscribe to that, man. So I wanted to get into this, man. I wanted to know what the guys in the chat think, guys and gals in the chat think. You really want to know what you guys think. Now, we all know last year was an up and down season as far as offense go. We had some really, really, really good times on offense. We had some not so good times on offense. I think we left a lot of points on the board, and it's a collective, not blaming any one person, 2 people, 3 people. It was a collective effort, and sometimes that we just was a little flat. Sometimes the offensive line didn't really block well. Sometimes Jalen held the ball too long. Sometimes the play calling was very subpar.
Horrendous.
Yeah, man. So it was a collection of things that really caused us to not really play to our potential, I believe, on the offensive line as an offense as a whole. Now, last year, Coach, I want to tell you that our rushing offense averaged 172.6 yards. That was good enough to be 76th in the country at the end of the season. Our passing offense was about 208.4. That's 119th in the season. Total yards, we had accumulated about 393.1. That's about 89th in the country. And we scored 35 points a game. As bad as those entities played on some occasions, we scored 35 points a game, about 34.5, which is actually 23rd in the country at the end of the season. So when you look at that, man, 35 points a game, give or take the decimal, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I want to know in a whole, do you think this offense this year will be better statistically in all those numbers, especially points per game?
As a defensive coach, last year numbers, rushing the ball is kind of concerning for me. That's the type of running backs we had, man. With that running back young, well, I think we should have had at least 200 yards a game, average on 200 yards a game. We should at least average that much. Pass wise, I kind of figured that we was going to be in the lower tier of college football in the passing game because of Tommy Reese. So I kind of figured the passing game probably it's kind of hit me exactly where I thought we'd be at. I just figured it would be better off in the run game. 225, 250 yards a game. It was kind of the room that I was looking for. But the thing about it, he said under 200, that's kind of that's real concerning, real nerve-wracking too. So I can understand why we was in certain games, we were struggling a lot on offense. We can't block running game. It's kind of hard to block the passing game. because most offensive linemen want to go forward anyway. So if you're going forward and you can't block, yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah, just blank. So that part I understand, but with today's system that Caleb Deboer is running, it's going to be more easier for the offensive linemen to be able to find the blocks and find their keys. The way I can't tell you what we do it because some coach might be watching that we play, so I can't explain what we do it. But watching Alabama's system from last year, it seemed like to me they were doing a little too much reaching, too much reach block. They were too heavy for one. So in doing trying to reach, you're trying to run stretch plays with all these big fat heavy guys. Nobody's never gonna be able to make that stretch. Defensive line are more leaner, more quicker. So as soon as you're trying to run the stretch defensive line, they crossing your face. Either way it goes, they're gonna jump across your face, and boom, that right there, boom, 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 all the gaps to fill. There go the ball. So now they're making plays in the backfield. You got to have an exceptional running back. You're going to really have to have Adrian Peterson to make that cutback and try to turn it out the field. If every defender is in their lane in your face, you have nowhere to go. So that's understandable why the rushing game wasn't all that good because they were doing too much of that wide out zone stretch. You got to go 5-10 yard stretch try to get on the outside. That's a long reach for a fat guy. And they was all 330 plus. They big and out of shape, man. It's hard for them guys to stretch that long while. So I think now by simplifying the zone, they're gonna be more head on zone, more double teaming, more zone, basically like zone concept. Boom, ball coming in this in coming up through the A gap. Center, guard, the zone is on. You may double center guard, may double team tackle, might carry the defense in and out. You run up behind them, combo, boom, boom, get up to the linebacker. It's more simplifying the blocking scheme from what I've been seeing with Caleb Deboer run with Washington. They simplify the blocking scheme. You combo here, boom, you touch combo, put them in the man. Now you put them up to the linebacker, which slows the linebacker down. Running back comes through the hole, make a cut, and now it's up to the safety and cornerback to make a play. Or somebody gonna have to chase it down. So by them simplifying the blocking scheme and getting the running back more room to run and more cutback lanes to run, I think the offense gonna run more smoother. And being Jalen Miro back there running his own read more now. Now you got quarterback dynamic where he can pull it and run. And you got the zone read concept where you can pull it, you slant off the edge, you can quick outs off the edge. And the Jalen Miro like to run the deep route. So with the type of speed that they have on wide receiver room now, it's so much vertical contact that you can put inside the defense in the offensive scheme that keep defenses all balanced. To the fact that I think the offense is gonna flourish real good, especially the running game. The running game gonna be dynamic because the passing game gonna be so dynamic.
That's a loop eye for Alabama. Roll tide to you, loop eye. Shout out to my broski Buck, man. Buck, what's up with you, bro? Man, it's good to see you, Buck, man. How you been, man? Hope everything been going good for you, bro. Good to see Buck in here too, man. Roll tide to you, man. For me, I love offense, man. I've been doing that for a while. I mean, when you really look at it, man, I talked about this before, but it's so prevalent. It's so prevalent. The complexity, when you really think about it, of the Deboer scheme, to me, it almost outweighs the execution. What I mean by that is this dude's scheme is so versatile. Hell, it almost outweighs the guys performing it. What I mean by that is his schemes, when you watch his all 22 film, is so descriptive. The pinning and pulling, the counter action. I told you I seen this guy run counter with the guard, with the tackle, with the tight end, with the center, running counter with all these different people. So when you look at that scheme, to me, it almost outweighs the execution. Offensive line, movement, athleticism, man, is what they're recruiting now. Right? It's kind of what you said, Coach Carr. They're not getting these 6'6", 350-pound guys anymore. They're getting these 6'5", 320, 330-ish, and they're going to knock some of that weight off when they get to Bama. The best of the run blocking scheme is misdirection. You know, the pinning, pulling, as I talked about, counter versatility with pass options, man. Remember, they're doing all this run stuff, all these run schemes, all this pinning and pulling with offensive line, but every one of their plays has a pass option built in. And that is what's crazy. That is what I think makes this offense dangerous, because that's going to help Jalen Milroe. You know, when you look at last year, Coach Carl, we didn't run pre-snap motion a lot. We did some pre-snap motion, but it was almost pre-snap motion for no reason. It was very inconsistent at times. With Coach Deboer, I want people to understand this guy runs pre-snap motion 65% of the time. When you go back over his career, especially Washington, 65% of snaps, this guy's running pre-snap motion with 11 personnel, 12 personnel, 13 personnel, and I seen this guy run 21 personnel, right? Shout out to Coach Al. What's up, Coach Al? Good to see Coach in here, man. Man, we got to get Coach Al on. Coach Al, you gotta get on with us, bro. Shout out to my broski, Coach Al, man. Love Coach Al. We chop it up, man. Yeah, man. Love Coach Al. Shout out to IMAX 3D. IMAX, what's up, man? Coach said IMAX said I watched a lot of Washington film last season. They ran so much counter and pin and pull with dialing my head. Hey, IMAX, you said it right there, brother. You said IMAX. That's a great comment. These guys ran so much pinning and pulling, and that's going to help Jalen Milroe, man. That's going to help our offensive line. That's going to help the running backs. People like Justice and Jam. Coach Deboer is on record saying Justice and Jam can do everything we need them to do. They took David Johnson. I think his name was David Johnson last year. That guy was a Mississippi State transfer.
Mississippi State transfer.
And made this guy into the second leading rusher into the Pac-12. So
third round.
Take Justice. Yeah. Facts, man. This guy was, he had a very, very good season in this offense. So when you look at how they run this offense, man, it is absolutely outstanding. It's outstanding. Pinning, pulling, the different personnel packages, the different pre-snap motions. That is going to help Jalen Milroe. I want to know what you think about this pre-snap motion as opposed to Jalen Milroe and how that'll help him, Coach Carr. What do you think about that, Coach Carr?
The bigger issue with pre-snap, man, is once you run that motion, man, somebody have to count for the motion, man.
That's a fact.
So if you in man coverage, you put a guy in motion, it's gonna tell that you're in man coverage, because whoever covering that slot gonna rotate over with that guy. Now that indicates that you're in man. If you run this jet across and then they pass over, that indicates that you're in the zone. Fact. So put somebody in motion to tell what type of defense that you're running, which really gives you 3 or 4 options once you run. If you run the man-to-man and you run the motion across, now Caleb Deboer sitting on the sideline, okay, boom, they in man. We can run zone read off this man, so he can run zone read to the motion side and then counter back to the opposite side, the vacated side. Because if you put Kobe Prentice in motion, right? He come out the slot, you put him in motion, so you vacate that open slot right there. Even though you might have a wheel linebacker there, or you might have a Jackson in that hole, but if you motion him and that jet comes down and take on the running back and Jalen Milroe pulls it,
over with.
He can be running for days.
Yes,
he can literally be one block on the outside. He's still running. Okay.
That's a fact.
If the jet comes down, boom, and he pull a mirror and you hand off to whoever's in the backfield, Jam or Justice. The same concept. If the jack doesn't come down and then Jalen Milroe holds it and hit the slant, you're still in trouble. So with that pre-snap motion and you find out what coverage you're in, man, it opens up the playbook 300,000 plays. Like once with the Deboer system, which I watched Michael Penny Jr. do this a lot last year. Once they sent somebody in motion, the first thing he did, he looked for the slot where the motion comes from. If the motion didn't move, he knew that was in his zone. Then he'll check in and throw the ball right behind his zone, right on top of the linebacker's head, right in between the linebackers and the safety on top of his zone, or he'll freeze the safety and he'll hit the corner, or he'll go deep. Like, boom, freeze the safety, ball, pops out, hit the deep route. They did that a lot. And that's how Roman, what's his name? Roman the Douche.
Yeah,
first round draft pick. Because all this freeze motion, you freeze the safety, and then you come back, he's wide open over top. If you running press zone, you just running a you just running say a basic cover two zone, that means the corner on the dropping 5 to 10. Now he passed him off to the safety. You freeze the safety, this guy running free. So that motion, man, that motion is serious. I can't tell you how we play motion, but I just tell you, motion is real. It's a real problem if you have the athletes inside your system that can carry out the offensive game plan behind motion. Freestyle motion's killer.
Definitely is, man. Shout out to Eric D. What's up, Eric D? Good to see you in here, brother. I appreciate it. Shout out to Mimi S. What's up, Mimi? Joseph Davison. What's up with y'all, Bram? So good to see y'all. That's my thing too. Last year, we didn't really give Jalen the option of a lot of effective pre-snap motion, and we ran it. So what's up, Mike Fort? How you doing, Mike? Roll Tide to you, and go Big Blue to Mike, man. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Hey,
So
Michigan,
yeah,
Mike.
man, Mike. Yeah, man, Michigan Mike, man. What's up, Mike? Good to see Mike. I ain't seen Mike in a while, man. We
Definitely
really
had
didn't.
seen Mike he was on there talking all that smack before the Michigan game, but
Yeah, man, he backed it up though, man. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I'll
yeah,
say this, man. The pre-snap motion we ran last year, Coach Carl. It's like we really didn't. We weren't effective enough in the run game. We didn't really play complementary football a lot of times, man. And you got to remember this, man. With Coach Deboer's offense, IMAX made a good point about it, man. Jalen will have the option now to throw a gang of different looks, man, at the defense. Gang of different looks. It won't be this basic stuff, just the basic typical high-low route. This time this guy will have a lot of different options to throw different looks. You know, make them to really have to cover a bunch of different things, man. And that's what it's about when you got a quarterback like Jalen, right? Get the ball out fast, man. Jalen would not have to hold the ball forever now. Quick ball, as we call it. If it's one route Jalen Miro can throw, it's that post corner, right? And this offense lives off that post corner. What I love about this offense is if you dare play this offense in a one safety high look,
you did.
you man, I can't even tell you. You better have Sean Taylor back there, somebody like that, or a good coverage safety,
Ed
because
Reed can't play that.
man, that's what I'm saying. They'll push that post to your toe tips, to your toes, man, and really read that safety. If this safety closed this distance, right, this guy will put his foot in the dirt and hit the corner route. If this safety stays off him, he'll hit that post, man. You're going to be on his hip pocket behind him. So your safety is going to be put in a position that we're going to cook him like a roasted chicken, period, right? Because the running game, I saw where when these teams play Washington, they kept their safety so deep. They kept their safeties really, really deep, man. Really extra deep, right? This offense will make you do that on defense, and that'll help the run game out significantly. People like Justice, people like Jam. If you don't play gap sound disciplined defense on these running backs, these jump cut running backs, these guys will kill you in the run game. So I really believe this offense is the offense that fits Jalen Milroe's skill set. It won't make him sit in the pocket for forever, trying to go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to. He'll sit in the pocket. He'll see his quick read, boom, boom. If those two aren't open, it will give him a chance to pull it, and the offense will complement his skill set to where you can't play honest defense against the two. What do you think about that, Coach?
That's true. But you also got to understand too. Now in today's college football, they have the in-helmet communication.
That's a fact. That's another thing.
It's even different. So boom, once the play starts, they can't communicate. So Jada can go boom down, put the guy in motion, and as soon as he go in motion and that guy rolls across that man to man, the boy will say, "Hey, boom, we switching to play such and such." And once he switch to play such and such, communication cuts off.
That's a
So
fact.
now he don't have to worry about figuring everything out on his own. He don't have to make all the check calls on his own because the in-helmet communication gonna give him all the tools that he needs to see defense wise, to play calls in faster, kick in and out of plays, and I don't know. I just if that offensive line does what we all think the offensive line should do, that offense is virtually unstoppable.
Fact.
You
With
put
the quarterback that we have, that's a
you put
whole
Jalen
fact, man.
Deboer in Alabama with all those talented receivers, the running back, that big massive offensive line with the same type quarterback as Michael Pittix. Michael Pittix spins the ball a little bit better in the intermediate to short routes, but I don't think nobody spins the ball better than Jalen in deep route. But now you get Jalen working with quarterback coaches that can teach him how to spin it in the intermediate, in the short routes. Plus, you got the deep ball accuracy. So now he's faster, stronger, and get a little bit accurate like Michael Penix Jr. This kid here now is basically another Lamar Jackson, a bigger, stronger Lamar Jackson in college football. And when Lamar Jackson in college football was lethal, man. He was poison.
I'll say this, man. First, shout out to Henry Campbell. What's up, Henry? Good to see you, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. Be blessed for that, man. Thank you for that, man. Shout out to Tony Senior. What's up, Tony? You know what I mean? Mike Ford in here, as we already know. What's up, Mike? And my brother JJ. Jay, man, it's good, man. Jay, holla at me, bro. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see JJ, man. Thank you for tapping in, Jay. Good to see you, bro. For sure, for sure. You know what I mean? IMAX said Jalen got to be a part of the running game, make us three-dimensional. That's a fact, IMAX,
He definitely
because
gonna use those skills.
yeah, man, because this offense would not allow Jalen to be exposed as far as keep throwing a bunch of mesh routes over the middle. This route, what I love about this offense is they run a lot of things with the tight end as far as getting the tight end to chip block, getting the tight end on counteraction to block the defensive end, a la slash outside linebacker edge, whatever you want to call it, then release. You know what I mean? Block him for a second, then release him. Come across the formation on the mesh route, wide open. Wide open. They do a lot of things with that, man. That's where I know that it fits Jalen. Even Michael Penix was saying in that interview when he came to Bama, this offense fits Jalen Milroe probably better than it fitted him. He said, and remember this, man, when you really look at the things that's going on, Jalen will have a lot of opportunities in this offense to get defenses in a lot of 2-over-1 or cover 2 looks, right? That'll get him one-on-one situations everywhere, and he'll be able to throw the deep ball, which is his strengths. This offense to me would give Jalen competent routes, trips, or 3 bunch with the slot running a post corner, the X running what we call a dig, and then the middle guy running what we call a shallow arrow or an arrow to the sideline. 2 steps, bam, to the sideline. You really, really, really better be disciplined in a secondary playing this type of offense. These guys will bring pre-snap formation across the formation, bring orbit motion back, right? A lot of creating a lot of miscommunication in the secondary. And I don't think we did that a lot last year, man. We just sort of let Jalen do his thing. We just sort of let Jalen create almost, right? I really enjoy that the blocking scheme complements the running scheme, complements the play calling, complements the quarterback. Everything complements one another with the pinning and pulling in the run game. I love that, man. I love that because we have the type of quarterback where even if you play a great defense, even if you call out a great defense on a play call and Jalen pull it and keep it in this offense, because you're going to be out of position no matter what. I love this offense because it picks on the defense. It makes you try to stay a step ahead of them. They love to get you in 4-over-3. They love for you to commit resources to stop these receivers. You know, they'll come out in bunch set, as I talked about. They want to get you in 4-over-3. They want to get you to commit DBs to stopping this offense. That's when they'll run counter back the other way to your less resource side. And they'll run the ball. Don't make no mistake about it. This is not a spread offense that is afraid to run the ball. It's not a volume run offense, but they run the ball. Make no mistake about it. I think their running back last year had 1,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
15.
He was second. Did he for real? Okay. I knew he was second or third in the Pac-12 rushing. So make no mistake about it. They'll run the daggone ball, man. They'll run the ball. And in this conference, we all know you got to run the ball. But I really love the fact that if you play, with a lot of people in the box to stop Justice and Jam in this offense, that means you probably going to have to commit resources from the safety position. If you dare try to go mano a mano and play one safety high against this guy, it's going to be really tough on every defense we play, man. It's going to be extremely tough. I wanted to get your thoughts on this, Coach. Now, when you look at Jalen Milroe as a whole, right? Do you think Jalen in this offense will have a better season than last? Because last season I felt like we unleashed him in some of the big games, but some of the games where we should have at least unleashed him early and let him do some things to his strengths, we didn't. Right? I think LSU is a good example of us unleashing him from the jump, really letting him tote that rock to suck him up, really let him work to his strengths, really calling a lot of pre-snap stuff to allow him to see things and putting him in situations where he don't have to stand there and actually read. But then the Kentucky game is another good example. But then we go play other teams, and it's almost like that whole idea of letting him create just completely went out the window. We tried to turn him into something else. So I want to know what you think about that.
It was Tommy Reese, man. It was just it's just bad coordinating. It's just, I mean, playing out simple. It's just Tommy Reese. When Tommy Reese got into a situation where he had to turn Jalen Milroe loose, was after the Texas loss. So he turned him loose against Kentucky. Once he saw exactly what he can do against Kentucky, he dialed him back, and he saved that until he played LSU. Because they dialed him back, started passing the ball around, boom, 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 dinking it down and throwing it deep. Made LSU think that, okay, Alabama's a spread offense. Then came to LSU, he ran the ball at LSU throat. And then he bagged them off again. He didn't run him much again until he played Georgia. It's like he was saving him for big games. Not going to rush him a lot until he played big game. I would have used his skill set the whole season, and then dialed it back once I got a couple touchdown leads, dialed it back, run the ball down, pass the ball down, pass the ball, spreading around a little, just to milk the clock so the defense don't get tired as much. Help the defense out so the defense can stay fresh, stay on their toes, play hard. Then we get the ball back, keep scoring. So you want to score too fast, because the faster you score, then the less time defense have to break, and then the defense get tired, start giving up points. So I would have used the skill set kind of like Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin did Jalen Hurts first year. Even though Jalen missed a lot of the simple reads because he was the true freshman, he missed all those reads. I would run Jalen Milroe kind of the same way that they did Jalen Hurts last year. That's where I would have played Jalen Hurts. All that zone read, some pass, get pulling field. 1, 2, 3, you get back, you hit your first, your second, your third, your center back, boom, you take off. That's how I would have done it. Got him in, got him out in a hurry. Use your leg, use your strength. Shit, you're probably one of the fastest kid on the team. You're strong. Use it. And I think most of the time when Jalen got popped a couple times against LSU too, he got to a point where he stopped running the ball. He got popped. He was trying to nurse a few injuries, so he was just taking time, not running as much. And I think he took a lot of sacks unnecessary because he was scared to get popped too. So that's probably the most of it. But you got to think about Caleb Deboer. This offensive set that he's running now, you put Jalen Milroe in the Steve Sarkisian set. Same one he had for Tua with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts the first year, really, he was kind of still fumbling around, learning the offense and learn how to read, kind of like Jalen Milroe was last year. Tua came in, took the offense to a whole nother level. Now you're going to have Jalen Milroe in the Tua offense, where you can throw that thing all over the field. You can hand it off and run it, have a running back that can run up and down the field, put up 200-300 yard rushing if you want to, 400 or 500 yard passing if you want to. It pick your poison. Or you can put 200, 250, and 350 every week. You pick your poison with this type of offense with a guy like Jalen Milroe. Only difference between Jalen and Tua, Jalen faster, Jalen tougher, Tua more accurate on the intermediate ball, and the deep ball.
I think Jalen got a better arm than Tua.
He got a way better arm than Tua.
Yeah.
Way better. He got a way stronger arm, but Tua was just
stronger. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Stronger. Tua was definitely more accurate.
He was just more accurate, and he can see things way faster than Jalen could. Like he can.
Yeah.
He would preach that read kind of like Bryce. They can pretty much look at the field like, okay, boom, he gonna be open. If I just look off this way for half a second, he gonna be open, and then that's how they read the defense. Jalen ain't got there yet, but he got everything else that Deboer didn't have.
Yeah, for sure.
So once he get that part, offense unstoppable. You seen how Bryce Young took the world by storm.
For
If it
sure.
wasn't for two run, well, hell, we got two wide receivers injured, or Bryce Young winning championship.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact, man. Shout out to Jag, man. Jag, listen, it's so good to see you in here. I'm so glad you tapped in with me, man. For sure. So good to see you. Thank you for tapping in for sure, for sure. Stay with us, man. And really, really good to see you for sure, for sure. For
Yes,
me,
sir.
though, coach. Oh, go ahead.
I'm
I'm
gonna tell
sorry, bro.
Eric Wright, Bill O'Brien was a better offensive coordinator than Tommy Reese. That's 100% facts.
Yeah, it always helps. King Mario, what's up, bro? How you feeling, man? Good to see you, bro. For me, though, man, what I didn't like about it, man, I didn't like the fact when I watched Tommy Reese, and when I go back and watch the games now, it's even more prevalent. It's even more prevalent. You know, this offense with the way they run with the way they run pin and pull. This offense with all the pre-snap motion and picking on the safety and post corners and as I call them cops. You know what I'm saying? It won't allow you to play base coverage against Jalen. Right? We didn't run any man and zone beaters last year. This offense is full of what we call man and zone beaters, plays that beat man, beat zone. Last year, that wasn't the case. I think Jalen's arm is very good. He's smart. This is a competent offense, and it's tight end heavy. They run a lot of tight end sets, man, to get Jalen those quick outs, those quick plays. Um, with LSU, Texas A&M, Kentucky, those three games, Jalen Milroe had a 28-1 touchdown to interception ratio. You understand what I'm saying? So the kid he don't turn the ball over a lot, right? So that means if you just put the guy in a competent offense with good blocking, the kid will make way more good plays than bad ones, right? So that is what I'm really, really anxious to see. I want to turn it over real quick to the running backs. I think the running backs.
Let me hold on. Let
Go
me
ahead.
give you
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
tell you something. Let me tell you something, Coach.
Go ahead.
People really not paying attention to what Jalen Hurt. Everybody talk about that Texas game, right?
Uh-huh.
With Texas game, the end of the first interception he threw, everybody said, "Oh, that was a bad play." He was I don't know what he was seeing. You got 2-man route. Somebody got to get the ball, or you're gonna get set. So all he was doing is trying to force the ball in the spot on a 2-man route. When he looked for a primary bracket, so he came back across the field. Isaiah Bond was for that glimpse. If he hit him in that zone right before he got to the corner, he was open. But he waited a split second and try to lead him, and he led him directly into the corner. He should hit him where he was. They basically stopped him, threw the ball at him where he would stop and turn around. He stopped, catch the ball behind him, turn around and go back up field. That's the only problem he made in that instant because Isaiah Bond was open coming across the field. He just had to stop him. He had to throw the ball where he make Isaiah Bond stop, catch it, and then turn back up field. That's the only issue he had at that point. And that second interception, he was just trying to throw a ball deep, try to get down the field to score a touchdown. Right. So everybody talking about the 2-man interception he threw against Texas. One, because it was only because of the 2-man route. And in the SEC football, you calling a 2-man route, that's a run on Jalen Milroe was supposed to catch the ball. And maybe it was a keeper. Maybe he's supposed to be a roll on, maybe supposed to roll out, get a pump fake, keep it, go to the field 5-10 yards, and then play for another down. Who knows what Tommy Reese called? But if you call a 2-man route in football, basically you're giving up a sack or you just wasting the play. Because it's too many defenders on one side of the ball to cover 2 men. So you're gonna you're rolling out for a quarterback keeper or you wasting the play. And Tommy Reese called a bad play. That's just it.
Tell you this, Jalen's athleticism is more to the team's benefit than it is to the detriment. Right?
Yeah.
Due to how dynamic this kid is, man. Physicality is important, man. Physicality is important. Distribution of the football to all the skill players, man. Michael Penix threw for 9,000 yards and 67 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, in 2 years.
In 2 years.
Right? People forget the first 2 or 3 years he was at Indiana and wherever else or whatever the case may be. His seasons weren't that good. Yeah. They were not that good, brother. This dude Penix threw for five. He had 555 attempts, man. Jalen Miro had 200, maybe. Maybe. Um, you know, Even Deboer said himself, man, Miro got better in processing, going through progressions, something that he really didn't get trained in under these other coaches, something that Tommy Rees came in and tried to instill in a different way. But the run game for me, though, man, this is what's going to help Jalen Miro. The run game, this is what's going to help this offense. This is what's going to help the offensive line. The run game will give different looks. You know what I mean? Schematically, different looks. I'm really, really, really excited about to see these running backs in this offense, man.
Yeah, you're a running back, so I know you
Yeah, man.
excited.
Split zone, bro. Split zone, man. What with Jam and Justice on the field at the same time? All right, man.
That should at least be 1,200-yard rusher at
Yeah,
least.
man. It's what's I personally can't wait, bro, because the offensive line. If you saw Caden Proctor in that picture,
Oof.
Caden has lost weight. I know now I seen him in person at A-Day.
He down
We all
like
seen him in
he
person.
look like he down like 25, 30 pounds, and
Yeah,
he gained muscle. Like he
yeah. Look, his
jacked.
neck got skinny. His face look a little skinny.
He
He
jacked.
ain't. Yeah, man.
Big
So
old arms, man. That dude jacked.
that's a fact. These jump cut backs, are exceptional in this offense, man. You gotta understand, man. I love Jam, I love Justice, I love Richard Young. These guys will be the brunt of the offense, man. I'm really excited for Justice, who will probably be at the forefront with Jam in the Ties backfield this year. I think this kid is gonna have a huge season. I think Richard Young is gonna come in and really spell these guys. What's up, Andrew? Roll Tide to you, Andrew. How you doing, man? I really think these guys will come in and have a profound effect on what they do. I think Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley will come in. I don't know how much these guys will play. I think there'll be a package for Daniel Hill. I think he made a mark on A-Day. I think he's a different kind of back than all of them. Kevin Riley, Justice Haynes, Jam Miller, Richard Young are all very similar, 5'11 ish, 205 to 215 ish, right? Daniel is the other dude. Daniel about 6 foot, 230, and he'll thumper and can catch. And can catch. This kid has great hands. So the upside of Alabama's offense is Coach Deboer and Coach Sheridan. These guys will be dominant in the pass game, but will also utilize the backfield. These guys will run a competent offense that'll help the offensive line, right? You get Jaden Roberts out on the perimeter pulling, right? If the snap had worked in the Michigan game,
We
right?
win that.
Jaden,
We probably win that game.
bro, listen. Jaden will play right guard. He pulls backside, right? Play side, if you want to call it. If Jalen get the snap, it's a 3-foot hole right there for him to walk through, right? The snap is on the freaking ground. Jalen looks down. He panics, so he just go, right? Very, very high pressure situation. He did what I would have did or anybody else would have did. He panicked. We got to score. Let me just go. The play is messed up. The timing is messed up. Inside, outside zone. We all know how that goes, right? So what's up, Kareem Hood? Roll Tide to you, bro. Good to see you, man. Kenny Shell, what's up, bro? It's amazing, man. And then look, nobody's talking about this, coach. You look at the red zone aspect of this thing. You look at Odom, this guy 6'5", 6'6", right? The kid, if he can do one thing, he can jump. You understand what I'm saying? The kid, they're playing him at wide receiver. He's a wide receiver by trade, but they're learning him how to play, teaching him how to play tight end. If you play inline tight end, we all know there's going to be some times when you got to block. Now, I watched his high school film, and I didn't see him blocking none, right? He was always playing the X. Yeah, I seen him playing the X, but at the same time, college football, playing tight end, they'll get him in there. They'll get him in there and mix it up to where you won't know he's going out for a pass every time. They'll get him in there and teach him how to block, even if the play don't go his way. Coach Deboer is really, really, really great at using the tight end. They run counter with the tight end, believe it or not. I told people I seen a play where these guys will line up in a bunch set on one side of the field. And it was crazy because They ran play action, one way to the bunch to the formation, which was the boundary side. The center, which was Parker Brailsford, peels back, field side. The tight end chip blocks the defensive end, release him. Center picks up the defensive end. Play action, back to the side. Tight end coming right across the formation, right behind the linebackers. Linebackers all sucked up. Tight end coming right across the formation, just as wide open as he could be, man. And I was like, that is an awesome play. I didn't see us do anything like that last year. The screen game will be prevalent this year. You will not be able just to pin your ears back and come get the quarterback a lot with this offense. And that's what I love about it. What you think, Coach?
The problem what I had with Tommy Reese, man, is third down, everybody knew what we was going to do. They coming. They blitzed every single third down because they knew Tommy Reese didn't have a screen game.
Especially Michigan.
Yeah. Tommy Reese didn't pull. Tommy Reese didn't do nothing that he was supposed to do at that coming from Notre Dame. It's like he left Notre Dame with all that pulling, screening, down blocking, chip blocking, and got to Alabama and forgot that it exists. I don't know what happened to Tommy Reese. Did Nick Saban scale him back, or he's seeing all those speed and all that Cadillacs and shit they had in Alabama, and then he just forgot how to coach football? I had no idea. But Tommy Reese scaled Alabama offense back, made Alabama look real stupid. They're trying to drop back with the 5-second pass and take all these deep passing routes. It takes at least 4 to 5 seconds for the wide receiver to get it. They get 15 yards down the field and then try to make a break. It's just too long a pass routes. So by that time with Caden Proctor being a freshman, everybody beating him off the edge, knowing that he was a freshman getting beat off the edge on quick pass game. Tommy Reese never a quick pass game. Never ran a screen pass. Never ran a wide receiver a quick out screen. Like he was too vanilla. At that point, that's why Coach said I would have fired and moved on. You could have did better with a damn graduate assistant calling plays last year.
Look, that's why in the Michigan game, I never understood what the hell you trying to do pre-snap motion now for. They ain't falling for that, man. Go back and look at the last play of the game when Roy Dale was playing running back and they brought him. They tried to clear Roy Dale out to make somebody follow him and take
trying to clear the linebacker. Trying
to clear the linebacker. He wasn't even studying Roy Dale. I don't care. They didn't even move. So what does that tell you? They wasn't worried about no damn. They didn't care. You know what that is? Film study. They knew they're not going to utilize that.
Throwing that ball out there because he never done it. So
that's like that's coaching, man. That is pure coaching.
The hell with that. We coming. Mm-hmm. And they came. And at that point, once you do all that, you run Warzel across the line, and nobody moves with Warzel, and they still line up in that 8-man front like they coming. Check out that play. Tight end, just check out that more catch it, dude. Tight end dunk right on top of their head. They coming. Man,
listen, that's a fact. Listen, you put Ryan Williams in the slot. I don't care if it's a slot or the X, either one.
Ain't no slot corner runner, Ryan Williams.
That's a whole fact, man, especially on these posts and post corners. To me, the post corner, the 10 to 12 yard dig, it is very, very difficult for DBs. I wish Jake was in. He could speak to those DBs. It's very tough for those, especially if the receiver understands how to set the defensive back up. What made Devontae Smith? I talked about this before. What made Devontae Smith different? We have receivers on our roster that are fast, that are good, that'll catch the ball. But from what I see, a lot of those guys are just now learning how to set the defensive back up. When you run that dig and you cut in hard, you got to see where the defensive back is, where the safety is. Is he in your hip pocket? Is he behind you? Is he in front of you? You got to know. You can't expect the quarterback to throw you open every time, right? What made Devontae well is if you were sitting on him, that kid knew how to get open, bro. He knew whether to accelerate. He knew whether to slow down. This kid knew where the defensive back was and how to set you up. That's what makes him good in the NFL now. So these guys it's called in football, we call that attacking the top of the route. right? You can't push off and run your stem hard as hell and then sit down and run a lazy top of the route. You got to break down and attack that thing, even at the top of the route. Those are the difference in great receivers and good receivers. When you break in on that dig, you got to attack that thing just as hard as your release, man. Right? That is how you get open in the SEC. And I think our wide receiver coach now is going to really put an emphasis on that. And I really, really, really believe that, man. Um,
You got to
this offense,
think
this
about
offense
Ryan
will
Williams,
allow
bro.
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I'm saying is this offense will allow people to pick on your DBs and really test how good they are.
Yeah, you talking about Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams' daddy played corner at Auburn. He's a DB. Ryan Williams' daddy couldn't cover Ryan Williams in the 9th grade.
That's a fact.
He trained him so well that he couldn't cover him no more. So he stopped covering. He stopped training. He had to send him somewhere to get trained because he couldn't cover him no more. So if you had a father that probably could have played NFL football, and he can't cover that guy in 9th grade, and not many 18 to 21-year-olds gonna cover that guy. Not one-on-one. He too elusive. You saw him in an All-American game as a 17-year-old kid, killing people.
That's a fact, man. I shout out to Patriot Life, man. Shout out to my broski Rob. Said thanks God it's Friday to my broski and Mia. Roll Tide to Rob, Patriot Life, my broski. I wish my daughter knew you was in here, boy. She'd holler. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kareem Hood, man. Shout out to my brother Mike Fort, Matt Farms. Roll Tide to everybody, man. Joey Phillips, what's up, Joey? Athens 2 right there, man.
Mike
I
on
agree,
him
man.
in chat too, man.
Yeah, I agree. Mike, hey, Mike know what it is, man. Mike a Michigan fan. Mike talk his talk, but Mike was right. I like Mike because he know the game. He just don't be in here trolling. He know the game.
You know,
And they won a championship. So shout out to my daughter who's saying, hey, the Patriot Life.
so let me
Man, listen. I'll say this, Mike. Michigan was supposed to win that game. And I'm just saying, not as a Bama fan, what I mean by that is Michigan, I think, if I'm not mistaken, had 18 seniors, man.
Seniors.
18 upperclassmen on that team who all came back. It reminds me of our 2021 team when Najee came back, Devontae came back. All those kids came back. All those kids came back to play.
Yeah, Alex
so
Smith was.
Yeah, man. So when you think about an older team like that who all came back, who all those kids could win pro the year before, that is what you want to see, man. And I respect it. You came back to win, and they did. Michigan players, if you look at the end of the game, their tight end, I think his name was Love, something like that. They said they was like Alabama was the toughest team we played all season. Nobody has pushed us like that. Nobody. He was like, we very well could have lost that game. So I respect that, man. You know what I'm saying? They gave Alabama their flowers, and Michigan played a good game. They outcoached us that game, and it happens in football. Even the best coaches get outcoached sometime, man.
Blake
Michigan,
Crum. Blake
yeah,
Crum, what he said? Blake Crum said when they beat Bama, Bama was the national championship game for them.
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said.
He said that was the national championship game for them. They weren't even looking at Washington because they got past Bama. Everything else was easy to them.
And this lets you know the difference in coaching, guys. When you see a team that pays your pre-snap motion not a damn mind, they're not adjusting to it. They're not following it. They don't even care. They constantly ran stunts and twists and beat our front like it was nothing, right? I'm not even sure if those were stunts or twists. I just know we couldn't block them up front. I thought they were stunts, but the way they was coming free like that, twists and things like that. I said it had to be with the way it was they was getting free like that. Even our inside guys was getting beat. You know, the pass offs and the pickups guys was running free, and we could not do anything, bro. So I was, I'm very, very happy now. Facts, Kareem. Facts. I'm very, very happy now that we have an offense that that pinning and pulling will not allow you to be as aggressive as you could be. With the weapons that we have, with the quarterback that we have, with our offensive line, with as much experience as we have in the interior, from the center to the two guards. I really cannot wait to see this year, man. I cannot wait to see it.
The question gonna be, Coach Sean.
Yeah.
We know everything that we have all the way out to the right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
That's
gonna
a
be
whole fact.
the question. We know
Who's gonna
Kalen
be the right? Who's gonna be the right tackle?
we know Kalen Proctor gonna be what Kalen Proctor's gonna be. Let's see. Let's pull up the right tackle. We got Kalen Proctor. Right now they got him projected to be the starter. Tyler Booker, Parker Branson, Jalen Roberts, Elijah Pritchard. We saw what Elijah Pritchard did when he came in the game last year. What 5 or 6 games he played, he was horrible too. So
I think
hopefully,
Wilkin Formby will start at right tackle. I do.
right now they don't have Rick Farmby as a backup at right tackle. They got Miles McVay.
Yeah. I think Wilkin may start.
Wickham is backing up Kalen Proctor
Yeah.
at left tackle.
I think Miles McVay is going to have a big season as well, though. I think Miles is going to play a lot, right? I think Miles is getting his body into shape, and I think he's done a great job of that. Miles is a football guru, man. I speak with him, in the message box on the inbox on Twitter. Miles is going to have a great, great, great career here at Alabama, man. I respect that kid because he was a bigger offensive lineman, right? He was a bigger guy. He's came in, he's getting his body sculpted, right? Really, 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 really dedicated to his craft, man. I think Miles McVay is going to be an absolute monster. Miles, Wilkin Formby, these kids are going to be outstanding. Mark my words. Mark my words.
I like Miles McVay. He's intelligent.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Miles McVay. I love Wilkin Formby. These kids are going to be terrors at Alabama, right? They're just getting ready, right? They're just puppies right now. Puppies.
And that's the class that came in right before Nick Saban retired. Said they want to change the thought process about Alabama. They would call Alabama soft on our interior, and they wanted to change the thought process. They were ready to come in. They wanted to change the process of the thought process of Alabama offensive line. So yeah, those guys there, I can't wait to see him on the field.
I think he will, Mike. I think he'll stay healthy because he got beat up toward the end of the season and still played and still played against Georgia. Still played. And remember this, guys. Caden, what's up, Coach Al? Caden was a true, not red shirt, straight out of high school, true freshman. What true freshman have you guys seen that just dominated college football as a true freshman? I've seen Kelvin Banks get ripped to shreds at Texas. I've seen some of your best tackles who were first rounders as a true freshman when they played look terrible, right? So Caden toward the back end of the season got better and better and better. Caden in the run game was never his problem. Caden was moving people off the line of scrimmage left and right. It's just the pass game. And what did we see from Caden? He was just young. What do all young offensive linemen do? Overextend. Their pass set is sort of lazy. Their kick slide is very, very lazy. They get beat off the edge. That's normal for an offensive lineman at his age. You watch Caden Proctor this year. You watch him with what, 13, 14 games under his belt, starting in the SEC. Wait till this year.
He did too much jumping.
Yeah, he did too much jumping. And I get it, man. He's young. He's, when you playing that left side tackle, man, that's most of your quarterback's blind side. That's a very tough position to play, man. That's a very, very tough. Anybody played the game, left tackle is a very, very tough position. Guard, remember this, man. Guard is trench warfare. Guard, you in the middle. You know what I'm saying? When you play tackle, you got to be athletic, man. You out there on the edge by yourself. You a few feet away from a kid who may be a way better athlete than you, and you got to find some type of way to get out of your pass set, get your hands up, and get your hands on this guy without holding him, right? The technique is so different from left side to right side. The footwork is different. Your stance is different. 1 foot in the front, 1 foot in the back. It's I can't explain to you the nuances of playing offensive line. I can guarantee you. But look, Kenny, I can remember Cam Robinson having some issues. I can remember Cam Robinson getting ate alive against was it Auburn? Was it the Auburn game when they picked on him? And he was reaching, lunging, So when you're a young offensive lineman like that, playing in Iowa, right? Caden played about as well as he could play. You watch Caden Proctor this year. You watch him this year, man. I thought that left tackle spot, right? If Jalen plays well and get there, and that clock in his head goes off, not to hold the ball long, this offensive line will be very good, man. I really believe it. I really believe it. The experience Caden has, the experience Tyler Booker, even the freshman Parker Brailsford, Jaden Roberts. The right tackle will be the most fresh offensive lineman on this team, and I think we'll be in good. I think we'll be in good shape, man. I really do. Coach Al says
the crazy part about all this stuff, man, but Caden Proctor, offensive line, everybody has a block lane. But Caden Proctor, he was watching those guys line up in a wide nine, and he trying to reach them at the wide nine instead of staying in his lane and letting them come to him.
Of course.
And if he dropped straight back in his side of his zone, inside of his lane, everybody gotta come to you. So all you gotta do is just drop and wait. He was dropping, stepping outside, trying to reach him. And once he take that step outside, they cut back inside of him, and they beat him every single time. That's what his issue was. He was just trying.
And let's be honest. Caden was probably 360 last year, bro.
Shit, I think maybe 375. He was a big.
He might have been, because J.C. Latham was 355, and he was bigger than J.C. Latham.
Bigger than J.C. Latham. Yeah.
You know, so 360, bro. You're not gonna be able to move well. Coach Al says, "Whoa, coaches, let's not write off Pritch so fast. The O-line coach is gonna have a lot to do with the development of these guys. Pritch has some twitchiness to him that lends well to what Deboer do." That's true. That's true. My reason why I didn't mention him, I think that kid is going through something off the field, right? And I don't know how that's gonna hinder him, coach, when the season starts. You know, he got a couple things he's going through right now that from what I hear, you know, some off the field stuff. I'm not sure what, I'm not going to speculate, but I just hope he get his mind right. If he get his mind right, he'll be just fine, right? I agree, Coach Al. If he get his mind right, he'll be a factor in that offensive line room. That's all facts. Pritch has mature facts. That's what I just finna say. Yeah, he gets past that. Pritchard, he was a sophomore last year. He was a sophomore. He should be a junior. I think he came in with Tyler Booker and them. Thank him.
That means he was probably a red shirt then.
Yeah. He got to get over his off the field stuff, and I think he'll be fine. Caden is going to be motivated. You know, I give Caden a lot of props because he left. You know, I can't say what I would have done if I come to play for Coach Saban and the GOAT retires. I may have been thinking, man, I got to get the hell out of here. Who knows, man? I don't know. But for this kid to go and realize, bro, I made a mistake. This is not what I signed up for. This ain't what I signed up for, Coach. And to come back.
I think that guy got in Alabama. The SEC was too fast and he was too big. And then the fact that the fan base, they on Twitter. Those kids, whether they say or not, they watching that Twitter, Coach. Oh, yeah. And these fans were killing them on Twitter.
Yeah.
They were killing them on Twitter. And I think it weighed a lot on him. And as soon as the season went over, he put his name in transfer portal just to get out of there because it was so much hate on him. Like the fan base really didn't like him. They blamed him for too much and made it seem like he was the sole reason why they lost to Michigan. They ate the kid up. He jumped in the transfer portal and then transferred out, and then his teammates started calling him and let him know that they love and they still support him, whatever he did, and he just felt that camaraderie with the team, man. He decided that, hey, man, Alabama is home. That was my brother said. And then he just wanted to come back home and play with his brothers. A lot of these people, Alabama fans, we got too complacent, man. Got too used to all that winning. If you have one down year, man, it seems like you lose one game in Coach Saban era, man, like the end of the world coming. Alabama fans just lose their mind. The man ain't perfect. Shit, these are kids, man.
Yes.
Appreciate the Patriot Life. Shout out to Patriot Life, man.
Yes. Shout out to Patriot Life, man. The time to unleash the beast is right around the corner. Let the new era begin. Lank, all facts. Thank you, Patriot Life, with the $20 super chat. Thanks to Rob, man. We really, really appreciate that for sure. Please believe that, man. But you are 1,000% correct. It's getting closer and closer. I don't even think people realize they about to start practicing, bro, as far as really, really going. It's here. It's here. Patriot Life is 1,000% correct, man. We, all the
4 weeks
talking is
away.
about to, yeah, it's all the talking is about to cease, and we about to get in here and get busy. Shout out to Patriot Life, man. Thank you, Patriot Life. Roll Tide to you, man. Much, much, much appreciated.
Yeah, it's 4
Kareem
weeks.
Hood says he think he
Hey,
will.
it's 4 weeks
Yeah,
tomorrow, man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got
4 weeks, man.
4
Facts.
weeks.
All facts. I personally
4
am
weeks.
excited because we really gonna get to see, man. We really gonna get to see about it, man. These kids are working. And see, one thing about Caden Proctor, man, we all know when you're young and you go through something, you hear these fans, man, you see all the adversity, people getting on you. For him to come back into that fire, for him to come back and face all that and still want to be here, that kid got something to prove. That kid ain't no punk, man. To walk backwards and be like, I made a mistake and know you're gonna face some things. A young kid like that, 18 years old, to volunteer to be beat down like that, mentally, physically, teammates probably still mad at him, behind closed doors, and to face all that willingly. Hey man, that's not a small feat. And I salute Caden Proctor. I salute him greatly. Listen, Kareem Hood 40, my broski, $5 super chat. Remember, fan is short for fanatic, guys. All facts, man. Thank you, Kareem, for that $5 super chat. I appreciate you. We appreciate you for that. Thank you so very much. That's a whole fact, Kareem. That's a whole fact, man. Fan is short fanatic for fanatic. And we about to see. Business is about to pick up, man. Joey Phillips says these few weeks are about to fly by. Yeah, business is about to pick up. Business is
Yes,
about to
sir.
pick up. They're gonna start out as we always do, and we call them scales, shirts, and shimmels, and helmets, and pad scales and shells as we call it. I can't wait till we strap it on and really get to it because we talked about this last year. The spring is one thing. When you come out of the summer and you going into the football season, oh, it cranks up, buddy. Oklahoma's out there. We gonna really get some clacking going on then, boy. So we're gonna see what's going on, man. I'm really excited about this offense. I'm really excited that Jalen Milroe is really gonna play for a competent offense this time. That's gonna extenuate what this kid does well. Let's see how he does. Post corner routes. I have all the faith in the world this kid can throw that. Go ask Kentucky, right? Anything to the in the deeper side of the field. I have no doubt in my mind that Jalen can let that thing fly. That was that man's first season starting as a quarterback. The progression from year one to year two as a quarterback, even though it's a different system, but I think it's a more friendly system with him, right? And the maturity he has from going through last year. And remember, when you lose, you learn from losses, man. It feels good to win, but you learn a lot more from them damn losses. Trust me. What you think about that, coach? Talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, losses is just like paying for mistakes. Anything that you pay for, you learn from real quick. So he paid a lot of dues last year. So this year, I think he's ready. When you see Jalen Milroe, I swear, yesterday he was on ESPN First Take. He was on CBS.
Yeah.
The confidence he had, the way he's getting in front of camera and just speaking, just out freely speaking and talking about the progressions and stuff about Nick Saban and Coach Taylor the board, he's already different. He's a
That's a
different.
whole fact.
Mentally, he's different. And when you find a kid that's mentally in their bag, that means a lot. Because now he's confident. He's not worrying about this. He's not worrying about that. He's mentally confident in everything that's going on at the University of Alabama. And that makes it easier for Jalen Milroe to play football. He's gonna be lights out. He's gonna be dynamic. I know Mike said in the chat that he don't think Jalen Milroe gonna be up for the Heisman with the running game. But man, I'm telling you, with the confidence in that kid, they're not gonna take the ball out of Milroe's hand. The offense gonna start and ends with Jalen Milroe. Period. Jalen Milroe gonna be in that backfield making his own read. So when he hand that ball off, it's because he didn't want to put it or he seen that the defense end wasn't crashing. And he's gonna pull it, he's gonna hand it off. That offense gonna run through Jalen Milroe and it's gonna be dynamic. Watch out, Mike. New York,
Oh, fact.
Milroe will be in New York. Mark my word.
Listen, Zach will say, Coach, if it was y'all, how would you handle Proctor transferring out and coming back? Coach, go ahead and answer that first.
The same way Kalen Deboer and the Alabama staff did it. They put him in the second string. He left. They put you at second string. You got to earn your way back up to first string. Your teammates gonna have to vote you back to the first team rep. So you left. You abandoned the team. The team allowed you to come back. Now you got to earn your way back to the starting spot. So he been in the weight room. He lost all that weight. He done got physically fit, and he earned his way back into the starting spot. They handled it the right way. I mean, kid left and went home. You never know what the circumstances were. He ain't leave because hey, he just didn't like Alabama. He had a rough ride at Alabama. He just got mad and left. He left because the fans killed him, and he felt he wanted to be home. He just went home to be closer to his parents, man. So I can't hate that. I can't be mad about that. I can see if he left and went to Georgia, then like Georgia came back. That's different. He went home. Home is different, man.
Fact, man. For me, I'm sort of the same. What's up, Flossie TV? How you doing, man? Flossie Sports TV. Roll Tide to you, brother. Jeff Horn, what's up with your brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you, both of you guys. For me, it's the same thing. You transfer it out, come back, you're gonna bump him down. The kids who was here in the spring will obviously get the first crack at it, but they may even win the spring, right? But the summer, all that stuff is out the damn window. All that is out the damn window, right? He's here. That kid has came back and took his beating from all of us verbally, right? The summer, when the pads go on, hey, all bets off. The best man gonna be on the field, right? You are officially back with the team. The players obviously want you back, and that's enough for me, right? But the summer, all bets is off. The truth is in the details. The truth gonna come out under that hot sun and under them full pads. Trust me, the truth will come out. Coach Al says Miro is gonna hit the check down a lot more this year. Every running back will have a threat. It is a threat out of the backfield. Miro sack count goes down 89% this year. That's a fact, man. Because listen, when you think of Jalen Milroe and you think about this offense, man, remember Parker Brailsford is well skilled in this offense. This is an offense, man, that has motion. Then a lot of motion, a lot of pre-snap as we talked about. The center will pull on several different occasions to help protect the quarterback on the half roll, right? The constant pulling of these offensive linemen allows the tight end to block the fly motion, wide receivers coming across the field and returning back, making it look like outside zone, right? Run fake going one way, offensive line going one way, center pulls the same way, right? The motion creates explosive plays, man. Tight ends wide opens. The backside flat is going to forever be open with this offense. You like only a very skilled defense will have the opportunity to cover everything that this offense presents, man. It's so many different formations, so many different counteractions, so many different ways to run the same play out of the same formation. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. So I really, really, really cannot wait to get these running backs, to get these receivers that we have, to get these young receivers. Coach Al, this is like we be like kids in candy stores with this offense this year. And I know Coach Deboer see it. A-Day, man. A-Day is just a glorified scrimmage. We all know that, right? But think about it. Jalen Miro threw for over 100 yards. He didn't throw the ball, but what? 9 times? I think it was 3 of 9. So, brother, I cannot wait for this team to crank it up, to get everything going. What's up, Smoking Bud? How you doing, brother? Crimson Dad 813. Roll Tide to you, man. Good to see you, man. Talking Alabama's offense and talking about will it be better than last year? Will it be better? I say yes, it's going to be better.
Yes, sir.
I say yes, Coach Carr. What you think? Talk to me.
It's gonna be a huge success this year, man. And one thing I also liked about, because I've been watching a little bit from the backside what they're doing, and I've been hearing from the some smoke screen, if they're kind of one of those defensive tackle like LSU have this big physical defensive tackle that probably gonna be unblockable in certain stances, they couldn't blocking those guys. And once you start cutting their legs off defensive tackles, they start coming in a little slower. So now that they couldn't, they're gonna be doing all these cut block. Defensive tackles not coming off the line, so taking more time to get the plays. So they have a scheme, man, and the scheme is, I don't know, man. This scheme seemed to me, it seemed like a scheme tailor made for Patrick Mahomes. That's what it seemed like to me. It's a scheme that tailor made for Patrick Mahomes. It's like if Patrick Mahomes had this scheme, he unstoppable. If you put this scheme in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts, with the way Jalen Hurts play football. He's basically unstoppable. That's the type of scheme that Caleb Deboer is running. And man, I mean, I ain't gonna say like I love it. I can't wait to see them run out there and throw 50, 60 points every single game. If they not scoring 45 points a game, it's gonna be a disappointment to me.
Yeah. Shout out to D Alexander, Roll Tide to D Alexander. Shout out to Webb's Roll Tide 89. Roll Tide to your brother. Shout out to Melvin Aniston. What's up with you, Melvin? Shout out to Crimson Dad 813, man. I appreciate you, Crimson Dad. Appreciate you guys. You guys make the show, man. Just love talking ball with y'all, man. My brother Smoking Bud, as always, up in here. Jeff Horn is in here. Man, listen, I'll say this. Coach Al said, yes, Coach Sean can distort each play. Big inventory off each play. Every run play has action off the backside. Exactly. With passing options in it. Pass out to leverage of the coverage. If they commit to a safety, to the safety to the box. Facts. Every run play's got pass options, man. We didn't do that last year. Just that alone. We did not do last year, people. Right? Every run play did not have a pass option last year.
It's all RPO.
It's all RPO, either this or that. So that alone, guys, will give Jalen Milroe more options to be successful, right? And I really think this offensive line over the time will get more and more comfortable. To me, Jaden Roberts might be one of your more athletic offensive linemen. I don't see Jaden Roberts having any problem pulling across the formation
at all. No,
I don't see Jaden Roberts having any issues pulling backside or pulling across the formation. This kid come off the butt, man. He gonna bury somebody, man. So
I call it ear holding.
Ear holding them, exactly. Kenny Shell said it best. Kenny said Washington used a lot of tight pass formations, bunch. You know what I mean, which opened up a lot of grass outside on the outside hashes. All facts. I challenge everybody, if you guys can. Ty Hayes, shout out to my brother Ty Hayes. He gave me the all 22 film. I'll send it to you too, Coach. You know, the all 22 film is where you can see a different camera angle, and it's play by play. It's no announcer or anything. It's the same. It's coach's film. We watched that. At Coach Al can tell you, Coach Carl can tell you, Kenny Shell can tell you, Joey can tell you, all these guys can tell you. And that film, Kareem, he knows all these guys. That film really show you play by play, and it'll run it twice. It'll show you the repeat action of what these guys do. It'll really let you see from a distance how the offensive line pins and pulls and how effective that offense can be, how effective the quarterback can be when he pull it, how effective you can be attacking the safety with post corners, post routes, turning into post corner routes. Man, listen, I just can't wait for this offense. We're going to have bumps in the road, as we always know, but a competent offense, guys. A competent offense. That's all you can ask for. That's all we can ask for. Give us a competent offense. Let Jalen go to work. Let Jalen learn what he's doing in this offense. And let's see what happens. If I had a concern on this entire team, if I have one concern, it ain't the damn offense. I promise you that. It's the secondary. We are exceptionally young. I don't care how talented. Anytime you go in the season with those, we got some transfers at corner. Good offensive coaches will try to exploit that secondary, right? That's my only concern. You know, if I have to have one, what do you think, Coach? If you have to have one concern, what would it be?
It'd be the secondary. For me personally, I'll use transfers to start the season. If I find out my transfers are struggling, I'm putting in my freshman.
Put in the freshman.
Okay. My freshman. If we're gonna struggle on defense, I'm gonna struggle with my youth.
Yeah.
Because by the end of the season, my young guys gonna be prime. They ain't gonna be out here playing around. Those young guys that come in 4 or 5 stars, if you put them on the field by mid-season, they're gonna be prime. They're gonna be hard to play against because they coming in hungry. And once they get a chance to play, they're gonna be out there proving that they can play, that they deserve that opportunity. So I ride and die with my youth. And Coach Al, yes, ear hole. I know you're laughing, but anytime you want to guard the pool, you want that guard to attack the ear hole. You don't want the guard to come through and try to crash in and get in front of them or block the shoulder. You want to attack the ear hole because what happens when you hit the ear hole? That ear rings You get hit in the ear hole, it rings. Now that linebacker, defensive tackle, next time that guard pulled, the first thing that defensive tackle gonna do is turn and look for the guard. He's not looking for a ball anymore. He started looking for the guard because you're bing. You're gonna hear that a lot. Somebody attacking the ear hole. So when a guard pulls, they should be attacking the ear hole. Go ahead and give him that ringing. You don't want to hear those bells. You hear those bells, that means somebody knocked the clocks out. But yeah, the secondary is their weakest link, and if those transfers can't cover, just you live and die with your 5 stars, man. You got a Bachway, your 5-star corner for a reason.
It's a whole fact, man.
You had guys that came in that was freshmen last year that came in. They 5 stars for a reason, man. And you got I think Zay Minsk gonna be. I think Zay Minsk should start. That's just a mean period, man. I know Jones come out of Wake Forest, but I just don't think the Deshaun Jones is better than Zay Minsk. I don't see it. I would start Minsk, honestly. Yeah,
I'm a Xavier Brown fan. I'm a fan of all of them, but I think I love Xavier Brown, man. I think that kid is going to be
Mincy, 6'2", man, 6'1" and a half, 6'2", fast, physical.
Yeah,
and he can cover. He played ball.
I like Xavier's technical. I like Xavier's hand movement. I think Xavier, number 15, that was in the A-Day, starting with the first dude. I think he's technically, to me, a better. I think he ahead of Mincy as far as the technical side. I think Mincy has all the tools, like you said. He big, he cover. Xavier, they ran a basic. What do you call it? They ran a basic. And Coach Al, they did an old school play on Xavier Brown. They just ran a simple mesh across the formation. He got caught up in the wash, and Jalen dropped it right over the shoulder of Jeremy Bernard, right? They'll do that. That's a Tennessee thing. They'll run you right across the formation, hoping the defensive back get cleaned up by his own people. You trying to dodge your own folks to follow the receiver. Caught him in man, no help. Boom. It happens, right? But I think Xavier, is that Jason? What's up, Jason? What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
if I know you had a show, man, hey, that link, I'd have sent you the link, bro. For sure. Shout out to Jason, the Hall of Fame Sports, man. Make sure you guys tap in with Jason too. That is one hell of a podcast right there, man.
Facts.
Oklahoma's finest, for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? But I really do believe that, man. I really do believe in my heart that Xavier has a chance, man. This kid plays cover. Those modern day kids are very, very, very well coached, man. When you look at his hand placement, when you look at his leverage, when you look at how he lines up, this kid is very, very technical. Very, very technical, man.
Yeah. His technique is awesome.
Coach Al says this offense has roots of Hal Mummy, facts, pass concepts, post corner concepts. It's a fact. T. Franklin offense, now called air raid. Deboer has incorporated the eye candy with the run game movement. That's why the ear hole works. Facts. You pulling Jaden Roberts across the formation and your defensive end, a la Edge, or whoever's out there, step up. He going to get his clock clean. He's going to get belt put to ass. I promise you that. I promise you that.
He's going to slow
Jaden Roberts ain't having it, bro.
He's going to slow down on his rush. Only thing that the only reason why Michigan did Washington the way they did it because Washington guards never got around to make that ear hole block. They was either they were too fast or they was too slow. Either got around too fast or they got around too slow to make the ear hole block. If they clock 55 once, if they clock Graham once come around that corner, Graham don't come around that corner as hard. He was coming around that corner every single play. All he needed was one clock. He might have got a concussion.
And Michigan had a good scheme. Michigan had a good scheme, man. I can't take nothing from them.
And they had monsters, man. Michigan also deep line was just monsters.
Yeah, they D-line was very aggressive. And one thing about Michigan's D-line, what I noticed, when you face these defensive lines that never take plays off, watch those guys, man. Those guys play hard every single play.
Snap.
That tells you that's the maturity of an older player, right? Those kids never took plays off. They never got frustrated. They just did what they do. They did what they do. They didn't do nothing special for Alabama. They lined up and did what they was patient and they did what they do, man. You got
And
to
as
give
soon as
credit.
and they tired, as soon as the play was over, they would sprint to the sideline.
It's a
They
fact.
didn't even wait. As soon as that play over, pew, they sprint to the sideline. They see them sprint one out, and the next one come in just as doggish and hungry as the first one. It's like,
Shout out to Coach J. Shout out to Coach Jan 716. Coach J said it best. We said on the other show, Coach Jan used to always say Michigan before the game. Coach J used to say Michigan is not gonna do nothing special. They just gonna line up and do what they do. They're not gonna implement all these new things for Alabama. No, they're gonna line up, play their defense, but play it well. Simple but very effective. Very effective up front. You know, Coach Al said Michigan squeezed it real hard to basically spill everything out. Facts. That's what they facts. They clogged the middle. You were not going. I've never seen our guards get whipped like that.
they got bang.
Never seen our guards get whipped like that, man. That's a fact. Jason said, "Oh, the ear hole comes facts." Eric D says Zay Mincy has a higher ceiling. They both are gonna be. I think Zay gonna eventually be a safety. I believe that. I think they're gonna eventually move him to safety. I think Xavier Brown is the most technical corner, even more than Devontae Jackson on that team right now that I see. That dude's technical skills, as far as how he play corner, he could play right now. Now he's young. He's young, so we all know how that go.
With Jaleel Hurley still back there at safety, it's gonna be hard to move. They missed it back to safety because Jaleel Hurley is that free safety. And
Is
then
Jaleel playing safety? He's a corner.
He's a free
He's a
safety.
Okay.
So with him being a 5-star free safety, next up free safety, it's gonna be hard to move Zay Mincy back there, unless he's gonna take not Devontae Smith, but who that is, Drake Kirkpatrick's spot, because Drake Kirkpatrick coming.
Yeah, that young kid gonna be good too, man.
There's a 3-star, but did you see the Alabama Mississippi All-American game?
I did.
Drake Kirkpatrick made all the plays.
He did, man.
He made all the plays.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be good, man.
I think he's well underrated. He's well underrated. And once he get on the field, the kid, got damn college football down there, Hall of Fame dad, NFL football, Pro Bowl father. It's in his blood.
Shout out to the Kirkpatricks. I really believe these guys are gonna be really, really, really right in the correct mindset. I love listening to guys with that mindset of really to be a leader, really to get some aggression going. We hadn't been aggressive, in a long time. I think Jaheed Campbell's gonna have an outstanding year this year. I think these guys are gonna. I think they're gonna be great, man. I love to listen to Marvin Constant. Shout out to Marvin Constant, man, and get that mentality back at linebacker. Get that Reuben Foster head buster back at linebacker. Damn the play. Even if I won't make the play, I'm gonna whip somebody's ass on this play. Even if I miss the tackle, right?
Constant was stupid.
Man, Marvin would hurt himself to hurt you. Straight up. I call Marvin head buster number 1. Yeah, people need to go back and watch Marvin Constant at Alabama. Man, dude was a thumper, bruh. In every sense of the effing word, man.
Did not care. Scratcher me. Him and Reuben Foster, scratcher me. I'm a scratcher you. I'm a scratcher me trying to scratcher you.
I'm a stretcher me trying to stretcher you. All facts, man. Marvin Constant, Reuben Foster, Reggie Ragland was a thumper. You know what I mean?
Reggie was a smart hitter. Kind of like
Reggie could hoop too. Don't get it twisted. Reggie could hoop too now.
Kind of like Dante Hightower. They were smart thumpers. But Reuben Foster and Marvin Constant, they were just
now if we talking about thumpers now, we can't leave out the thumper, my little homeboy. We can't leave out Boo. We call him Boo. We can't leave out Rolando now. Rolando would stretcher himself to stretcher you.
The first 2 years, that junior year before he left to go to pro, he turned it down some. He would kill you, but he would not laying that helmet to you. He started laying that shoulder to you.
Yeah.
Reuben Foster all the way up till he then got in the NFL and they made him start using his head. That dude, he was coming at you head down.
Reuben was a
concussion. I think Reuben Foster was the reason why they didn't put the concussion protocol.
Probably. Reuben would lower his head and try to decapitate that ass straight up, man.
After
You know what I
Leonard,
mean?
after
Shout out
man,
to all them boys.
after
Them boys
Leonard
was awesome.
Fournette, I think the concussion protocol came in from Leonard Fournette. Man,
Man,
he hit that
Ruben,
and killed that dude.
what Ruben was 2018, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, maybe? And still had a neck roll at one point in time. You know what I mean?
he was
Ruben run down the kickoff field with a damn neck roll on.
he was using that helmet too much.
That boy would try to kill you, cuz. Shout
Deshaun
out to him too.
made Deshaun Watson do that helicopter.
Yeah, man. You know, hey, Eric, did we hadn't found out about Jalen? Jalen Mbakwe is gonna be great. But I do
Jalen Botway gonna be a slot corner. They're gonna probably put him in the middle because you got Messi and
yeah.
Brown, those two
And
technical corners.
I do believe this year, because remember when Jalen was in high school, Jalen played quarterback a lot too.
Quarterback.
So I think last year will really, really, really help him. He played corner, you know, and punt return and things of that nature from what I see. And it'll really help him. You know, these young look, listen to this. In another year or so, the secondary would be the strong point of this defense.
Yeah,
Mark my words, mark our
definitely.
words. The
Yeah,
secondary
facts.
with Jalen Mbakwe, with Drake Kirkpatrick Jr., with Xavier Mincy, Zabian Brown, with the kids coming in right now that we got coming
Jalea
in.
Hurley. Shit.
Come on, man. Like, look at the kid we
Braylon.
just got coming in, the 6'4
Bray,
corner.
Braylon. What Braylon last name? Herbert. Braylon Herbert.
The secondary will be the strength of
Red
this team.
Morgan.
Yes. Yes. Red. Forgot about Red. You know, the secondary will be the strength of this team, man. In just a few years. Just a few years, man. Trust and believe that, man. So listen, coach, we've been on now about an hour and 30, bro. We had 168 people in here, man. We got another on Twitter, another 85 on Twitter. Listen, man, I thank all of you for tapping in, man. You guys are awesome. Me and Coach Taylor, we really, really appreciate you, man. We got to give big shouts out to all the fellas, man. Facts, Coach Al, all facts. Carla Hinton, what's up, Carla? Good to see you. We got to give big shouts out, man, to Ty Hayes, Around the Table Sports. Big shouts out to Coach Jay Meir. Set the tone. Make sure you guys go check out their channels. Big shouts out to Coach Smook and the AAA family, man. Make sure you tap in with Coach Smook. Jant 716, man. Coach Jay. Make sure you tap in with Coach Jay. Make sure you tap in with Jason Watkins at Hall of Fame Sports. Make sure you tap in with Sharpshooters Podcast with Brinsky. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in with Coach Carl right now and On the Block Sportscast, Sports Talk, Sports Pod, all of them. He has an outstanding, you know, just starting his channel like all of us did. Tap in with Coach, man. It's so many guys that are in our collective. Everybody in the collective, man. These guys, PG, all these guys have great content. A lot of Texas creators, Oklahoma creators. You know, shout out to my boy TJ. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has great channels, man, and love to talk the game. Love to talk the game. My brother Al right there, man. Great
Got to
show.
get
Roll
Coach Al
Tide.
in here too, man.
Got to get Coach Al in here, man. Thank you, Coach Al, for the $5 super chat, man. We really appreciate you and love chopping it up with the coaches. You know, anytime we can get the coaches on here to tap in and really just talk some ball, man, we really appreciate it. Shout out to Drew England, man. Everybody tap in with Drew England. Love talking ball with Drew. Drew's awesome. He coaches right now in Oklahoma City. All these guys are great, man. All these guys are great. Really appreciate all these guys. Shout out to those guys over at the Bama Standard. You know, them guys are awesome. You know, shout out to that boy Marvin, head buster #1 right there, man. Trent, you know, all them boys is over there. Bo Scarborough, you know what I mean? The Mack truck himself. You know, all them dudes is great, man. They got an awesome show. JB, all them boys is great. I watch all their content, man. So Coach, let the people know where they can find you.
Don't forget about T's tape.
Oh man, Teague, man, listen, George Teague, bro, and his son. Listen, you want to know some football, man? Tap in with Coach Teague, man. Shout out to George Teague, his son, man. Those guys are awesome. Teague doing big things too, man. On the press, on the media run now. That's a legend right there, man. That's still keeping it Bama. Love what him and his family is doing. Those guys are awesome at talking the game. I watch those guys all the time.
Yes,
tap in with those guys. A lot of great content creators all over, man. Locked on Bama. These guys are all doing their thing. Tap in with all of them, man. Where can they find you, Coach?
You find me on YouTube, man. It's on the box sport talk with Coach Carr. I'm on Twitter as Coach KD Taylor, and I'm on Facebook too, man. My Facebook handle is my name, Carl Taylor. If you want to hit me on Facebook, I got an Instagram page. My Instagram page is my name too. It's the same thing as my Facebook page. And just about, man, like all of my platform, I thought switch everything over to Coach KD Taylor, but man, that's a little too much. I don't want everybody to know what I do. So I just I got Twitter set up as Coach KD Taylor, YouTube set up as Coach Carl. So you can find me, man.
All facts. And everybody, big shouts out to the Coach Jay Muir. That's my broski, man. Coach Jake, defensive guru to the fullest. Coach Jake had some accidents going on with his kids who knocked his computer off, caused a little damage. He couldn't be with us, man. Ty's on the road traveling. Did a show with him this morning. Ty kicked back in the chair, chilling, right? Doing his thing in upstate New York. Jay Muir, we praying for you, bro, to get that $40,000 MacBook fix. You know what I'm saying? Jake is gonna do some big things, man. We praying for Jake, man. You know what I mean? Can't wait to get you back, broski. You know, shout out to all the people in the chat. You can find me right here at JMHO Sports Talk. That's on Twitter and YouTube. Just my humble opinion. JMHO, man. We really, really, really appreciate everybody in the chat. This is Belt to Ass Nation, B2A Nation. Shout out to my brother Dwight for that name, by the way. Thank you guys for tapping in, man. I really appreciate you. The Man Cave report says, do we get vegans? I don't know, man. You know, I'm just now hipping myself to this vegans. I don't know based on what happened with his brother. I don't know. I think he's going to Auburn, me personally. Right? Coach, what you think?
I don't think it's a chance. Not a chance. But let's see. Nah, I give it a shot. Coach Saban no longer there, so he had his issue was not with Alabama. His issue with Coach Saban. So hey, he may do it now. Coach Saban no longer with the program, and most of the coaches that was at Alabama was gone. So it may Fagan just might take that trip right down the street. He just may. I just thought about that. So if he's looking at Alabama, he's going back to Alabama on a cold summer barbecue tomorrow. I mean Sunday. If he going there, he got interest in Alabama, which he hadn't had interest in Alabama for a whole year or so. He said he would never play for Alabama along Coach Saban with them because of what happened with his brother. So we may have a chance, but I still think he's an Auburn kid, honestly.
Yeah, Joey, that's him. That's George T, the legend himself, man. Good picture of him on my Twitter. Got the chance to meet him at A-Day, him and his beautiful wife, man. Great people right there, man. Great people. Bama for sure. Yeah. So listen, everybody.
I talked to
Thank
George.
You for tapping in. Oh, did you talk to George?
Yeah, I met him one day. We was in the suite, one of those suites up there. I talked to George T. A good dude.
Oh man, yeah, George, a good dude, bro. Good dude, man.
Matt Fonson, who was Fagan. Fagan is a 4.5 star kid at Thompson, Alabama. He's a defensive back. I think he's a strong safety. Now he was playing corner. Now he plays safety at Thompson.
Yeah. I think he might be even more talented than his brother, to be completely honest. With all due respect.
He was a 5-star, and then he kind of, by not winning the state championship, he had a couple of bombs on last year that he missed. He missed time, so it kind of dropped his star rating. So yeah.
So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Marquita, my neighbor, wherever you at. Shout out to the Alabama Nation. You know what I mean? Love Alabama. Shout out to Pam, Gump certified. Love her to death. Thank you all. Jag, get up with me, Jag. Holler at me, Jag. Need to get up with you, Jag. That game is coming up soon, Jag. It's coming. Get up with me for sure. Hit me on the inbox, Jag. It's coming. That game will be here for you know it. Georgia. You know what I mean? Much love to you all, man. Shout out to you. Remember, the truth is always in the details, man. No matter what. Spinning wheel of doom comes now.